Hello everybody and welcome to Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 28, the Valentine's Day special. And guys, before we start the race, I have something to say. Happy Valentine's Day from Hot Wheels Racing Tournament. And let's begin. To start things off, we have pizza delivery versus 24 hours. And the winner's gonna be pizza delivery. Wow. Next up is Turbot versus Blue Bone Shaker. And the winner's gonna be Turbot. Next up is Neat Streeter versus RD08. And the winner's gonna be RD08. Next up is Torque Twister versus Highway Patrol. And the winner's gonna be Torque Twister. Next up is Indy 500 Oval versus Orange Carbonic. And the winner's going to be Indy 500 Oval. Next up is Aston Martin 1963 DB5 versus Circle Tracker. And the winner's going to be, ooh, a race. I'm going to rerun that. That is pretty close. Alright, here goes the tiebreaker. And the winner's going to be Circle Tracker. Next up is Turbo Flame versus 1968 Dodge Dart. And the winner's going to be Turbo Flame with a block. Next up is Forward Speed versus Twin Induction. And the winner's going to be Forward Speed. Next up is Black Widow versus 1972 Ford Rancho. And the winner's going to be Black Widow. Next up is Honda Racer versus 31 Doozy. And the winner's going to be, it's a close race, but it's Honda Racer for the win. Next up is Howlin Heat versus Green Scorcher. And the winner's going to be Howlin Heat. Next up is Robo Race Robocar versus Cyber Speeder. And the winner's going to be Cyber Speeder. Next up is Street Creeper versus Fast 4 WD. And the winner is going to be Street Creeper. Next up is Muscle Tone versus Prototype H24. And the winner is going to be Muscle Tone. Next up is Impavido versus Batmobile. And the winner is going to be Impavido. Next up is Circle Trucker versus Twin Mill 3. And the winner is going to be Twin Mill 3. Next up is Race Bay 308 versus Backdrafter. And the winner is going to be Race Bay 308. Next up is Speedy Pérez versus Invader. And the winner is going to be Speedy Pérez. Next up is Snoopy versus Eruption. And the winner is going to be Snoopy. Next up is Buzz Lightyear versus Spoiler Sport. To infinity and beyond! And the winner is going to be Buzz Lightyear. Next up is Tarmac Attack versus 1976 Greenwood Corvette. And the winner is going to be Tarmac Attack. Wow. Next up is SpeedBox versus Bone Speeder. And the winner is going to be SpeedBox. Next up is 1957 Chevy versus Time Tracker. And the winner is going to be, it's a close race, but it's Time Tracker for the win. Next up is Indigo Scorcher versus 1971 El Camino. And the winner is going to be Indigo Scorcher. Next up is Nitro Door Slammer versus GT Hunter. And the winner is going to be Nitro Door Slammer. Next up is Z-Rod versus Ballistic. And the winner is going to be Ballistic. Z-Rod just crashed into Ballistic, and Ballistic takes the win. Next up is Street Shaker versus Red Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Street Shaker. Next up is Heavy Chevy versus Kylo Ren. And the winner is going to be Kylo Ren. Next up is Runway Res-q versus the previous champion, Land Crusher. And the winner is going to be Runway Res-q. Wow. Next up is 2019 Ford Range Raptor versus Gazella GT. And the winner is going to be 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Next up is Quick and Sick versus Epic Fast. Ooh! What a race! But it's Quick and Sick for the win. Wow, what a race. And the final race of round number 1 is going to be Carbide versus Gray Bone Shaker. And the winner is going to be Carbide. Alright guys, here we are round 2. We're going to kick these off with Pizza Delivery versus Turbot. And the winner is going to be, ooh, what a race. But it's Turbot for the win. Next up is RDO8 versus Torque Twister. And the winner is going to be RDO8. Wow. Next up is Indy 500 Oval versus Circle Tracker, sorry. And the winner is going to be Indy 500 Oval. Next up is Turbo Flame versus Forward Speed. And the winner is going to be Forward Speed. Next up is Black Widow versus Honda Racer. And the winner is going to be Black Widow with a block. Next up is Howlin Heat versus Cyber Speeder. And the winner is going to be Howlin Heat. Next up is Street Creeper versus Muscle Tone. And the winner is going to be Street Creeper. Next up is Impavido versus Twimo 3. And the winner is going to be Impavido. Next up is Racebait 308 versus Speedy Pérez. And the winner is going to be Speedy Pérez. Next up is Snoopy versus Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. And the winner is going to be Buzz Lightyear with a block. Wow. Wow, what a race. Next up is Tarmac Attack versus SpeedBox. And the winner is going to be Tarmac Attack. Wow. Next up is Nitro Door Slammer versus Ballistic. And the winner is going to be Nitro Door Slammer. Next up is Street Shaker versus Kylo Ren. And the winner is going to be Street Shaker. Next up is Runway Res-q versus 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. Ooh! 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor crash. That's going to cost him. Runway Res-q takes the win. And the final race of round number 2 is going to be Quick and Sick versus Carbide. And the winner is going to be Carbide. Alright guys, here we are round 3. We're going to kick these off with Turbot and RDO8. And the winner is going to be, ooh, what a race. But it's RDO8 for the win. Next up is Indy 500 Oval versus Forward Speed. And the winner is going to be Indy 500 Oval. Next up is Black Widow versus Howlin Heat. And the winner is going to be Black Widow. Next up is Street Shaker versus Impavido. And the winner is going to be Street Creeper. Next up is Speedy Pérez versus Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. And the winner is going to be Speedy Pérez. Next up is Tarmac Attack versus Time Tracker. Oh! What a race. But just barely, Time Tracker takes the win. Wow, what a race. Next up is Nitro Door Slammer versus Street Shaker. And the winner is going to be, ooh, what a race. But it's Nitro Door Slammer for the win. And the final race of round number 3 is going to be Runway Res-q versus Carbide. And the winner is going to be Runway Res-q. Alright guys, here we are with the quarterfinals. We're going to kick things off with RDO8 versus Indy 500 Oval. And the winner is going to be RDO8. Next up is Black Widow versus Street Creeper. And the winner is going to be, it's a close race, but it's Street Creeper for the win. Next up is Speedy Pérez versus Time Tracker. And the winner is going to be Speedy Pérez. And the final race of the quarterfinals is going to be Nitro Door Slammer versus Runway Res-q. And the winner is going to be Runway Res-q. Alright guys, here we are with the semifinals. We have RD8, Street Creeper, Speedy Pérez, and Runway Res-q. And so we're going to kick things off with RD8 versus Street Creeper. And the winner is going to be RD8. Who will meet RD8 in the finals? Will it be Speedy Pérez or Runway Res-q? And the winner is going to be Runway Res-q. Alright guys, here we are with the finals. We have RD8, who has never won a championship, and Runway Res-q, who is a one-time champion. And who's going to win it? We'll find out now. Alright guys, so the winner of Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 28, the Valentine's Day Special, is going to be none other than RD8 has done it. He has won his first championship. Runway Res-q was so close. He was so close to getting his second championship, and he will soon get it. And congratulations to RD8 for winning his first championship. And I'll see you guys in Hot Wheels Race Tournament number 29. See you guys next time. Bye.